So we're going to the farmer's market because it is peak tomato season. I am having a little dinner party this Friday that centers around tomatoes. But the last few weeks, the one stand with the best tomatoes has sold out after like the first hour. So we're going to the farmer's market right when it opens today. See if we can score some goodies. What's the best like burrata tomato? That's a big category. Okay. I feel like I always go for these.
Yeah, I mean, they all work.
They're all delicious. I feel like you just success. Dinner party's upon us. Happy Lunasa. Today is the midway point between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. It's actually an ancient pagan or Celtic harvest holiday. I don't consider myself a pagan, but I do like to celebrate the wheel of the year, which is what the solstices and the equinoxes are a part of. So there's 2 solstices, 2 equinoxes, 4 cross holidays throughout the year, and they all have different symbolism, but they all mark different periods in the solar year. Lunasa, it's actually one of my favorite wheel of the year holidays because I feel like summer solstice gets like all the hype, marks the beginning of summer, but I feel like this time of year is when we really start to feel like summer's over and winter's gonna be here soon. But it's August 1st and we actually are only halfway through the season. We have a whole nother half left before us, and traditionally it is the harvest festival. So it really is when the crops are just starting to come in, peak tomato season right now, peak sunflower season, peak carrot season. So we have a little feast to celebrate it all. One of my best friends started doing Wheel of the Year dinners a few years ago, and she and I have been best friends since we were like 13, and very typical of like one person does one thing and the other person like has to copy them and join in. So she started doing it and I was like, oh, I love a seasonal dinner. And I started doing them, and I found that it actually made me just really enjoy the season so much more. We become so out of sync with like where we are in the actual year, in fact, the actual season. I feel like I should go outside to have this conversation. Hold on. That's much better. We become so out of sync with where we are in the year and where we are in the season. And I found that celebrating the solstices, the equinoxes, and then the cross quarter holidays really just helped me feel like more grounded with time, not feeling as much like it's gonna run away, and feeling like I was really enjoying the moment, and also really just like celebrating every season for what it is. You know, even in the dead of winter at winter solstice, you know, we have all of these like deep-seated traditions and like things to be grateful for and things to find out of it all. So we love a Wheel of the Year dinner. Sometimes it's just me and Chris, but I really like to throw little dinner parties for friends, bring people together. A huge part of a lot of the celebrations throughout history is communities coming together to celebrate either a bountiful harvest or to share what they were able to harvest if it's a bad year. So we're bringing people together tonight to be able to share the beautiful harvest of the season, both literally as well as just like the community that we harvest. Basically just a good excuse to drink good wine, eat good food. I love to do a little table decor, so I just finished her up. Normally I do like big taper candles, but I don't know, I just felt like I wanted something a little more simple today. Chris will be thrilled. He hates having candles in his face. It's gonna be even prettier when it's all lit. And look how cool these are. They look like tomatoes, but they're little peppers. Sometimes I go really, really big and make like a huge tablescape, but I just wanted to make something simple. Anyway, I gotta start cooking. I'm so far behind as always. So, fun fact about me, I am an excellent cook. I always really loved cooking growing up. I did it a lot. And when I married Chris, a lot of my like technical skills became a lot better. Not my knife skills, don't judge me. But I feel like Chris, because he is a professional chef, taught me a lot more about like balancing flavors and just like spitballing dinner and just understanding like, you know, what a good sear is, when it's good to bake versus grill versus fry, and just give me a lot more confidence in my kind of like off the cuff cooking. So I love to cook. I love to cook for people. So typically when we do these Wheel of the Year dinners, I provide everything. I feel like potlucks are really big among my friends, especially like, I don't know if it's like a Colorado thing, but people love to throw a potluck. But like sometimes I just want to be a proper adult and throw like a proper dinner party. So when we do these dinner parties, we cook everything and we just ask our guests to bring wine or bring cocktails or something like that. And it's honestly so nice because I get to really feel like I am like fully producing something and other people get to bring me good wine. So tonight I am making these grilled farm fresh carrots. These babies are so good. Oh, look. Krishna? Matches my dress. This dress, by the way, was the dress that I wore to our rehearsal dinner, which was actually a summer solstice dinner. To continue the theme of it all, we knew we wanted to get married in June, and summer solstice was on a Friday last year, so it felt very fitting that we have a Wheel of the Year solstice dinner as our pre-wedding night dinner. It was very fun, and actually the best friend who started the Wheel of the Year dinners, she gave her toast that night. Had it up at Chris's dad's place. It was a real like lovely backyard solstice dinner food truck kind of affair. I wore this dress obviously in white, and afterward, and I just like loved how this dress fit, and afterwards I was like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, I'm never gonna wear this white dress again, you know? Which is also funny because one of my other friends who's like very Nantucket was like, why wouldn't you wear a white dress again? Anyway, earlier this summer I saw a TikTok of a girl dyeing a sweater this like tomato orange, and I was like, we must. It's like the most amazing summer color. I get so happy whenever I get to wear it. And it feels very fitting tonight for harvest night that we be looking like a tomato. Like, look at these that we got in our CSA. They're just like the most perfect little tomatoes. They match my dress. I love doing these dinners though because it's really just an opportunity to bring everybody together and really just remind everyone how important and lucky we are to all have a strong community and to be able to like live in this beautiful place with so many fabulous vegetables and fresh food, and to be, I mean, honestly, so lucky to have like such a good growing season. It's just wonderful. I think it's so easy to like take things like that for granted. and to just let time pass you by, and to not be like actively connecting with your community and like the people that you love the most all the time. So we switch around like who we invite every holiday as well, which is really fun because then like a lot of people in our life have been able to celebrate the solstices and the equinoxes and the cross-border holidays with us. Okay, we're gonna put these on, girl. I kept getting stuff on myself, so I put on an apron. Tonight we are making grilled carrots with a mint and avocado dressing, a summer corn with like a cotija sauce and corn nuts on it. I think it'll be really good. I love corn nuts on food. I feel like last summer there was, in one of my like quarterly trips to New York, I went to like 3 different restaurants, all of which that used corn nuts in their dish. And I was like, oh, corn nuts are gonna be the new thing. So really just trying to bring it to Carbondale, you know? And then skirt steak with chimichurri, which I've made for Chris's birthday before. Big hit. I made the chimichurri last night, so it has time to sit, which just makes it so good. And then I also marinated the skirt steak in some of the chimichurri overnight. So it'll be really tender. Big hit last time I made it. Oh, and then I'm making this. I really wanted it to be like, have a real like tomato wow factor dish. So I'm making this tomato Caesar salad, where I'm making the Caesar salad from Caesar dressing from scratch. And you basically have like a bed of sliced tomatoes instead of lettuce. We have so many good looking tomatoes right now. And then for dessert, I'm making a peach crumble. I always get a peach cobbler and a peach crumble confused, because peach cobbler is what you want to say, but I actually like a peach crumble or peach crisp more. It's more of like an oaty floury top versus like a cakey top. I don't know, we'll see. People are coming over in like 15 minutes. Granted, I did say come over at 6:30, we'll eat around 7:30, and everybody knows I'm late for everything, but I like just started cooking and it's 6:15. I told Chris when I said I wanted to have this dinner party, because he's had to work a ton this week and he had to work today. I told him I wanted to have the dinner party and he wouldn't have to do anything. He like just got home from work and just showered. I'm really hoping he comes downstairs soon and will help me cook and do all the tasks that are really hard. Ooh. Hi. I was hoping you would clip all these carrots for me. Oh my God, thank you. Just in time. They're so much faster at that than I am.
Gotta be quick, your hands get too hot if you don't.
Just in time to save me from the carrots. Yes, please.
Flour double proof would be really good.
Great.
Where's the other girl?
Hi. You're so cute. Yeah.
I brought a before dinner wine and a during wine.
Yes.
When I was at Catherine's store, I was like, do you have a wine?
First arrival. Yeah, obviously. We love our strawberry people. Great, there is no appetizer, so great.
Me too, baby. Me too, man.
I am a wee bit hungover, one might say, but that's the sign of a good party. That's probably like a kind of toxic thing to say. You probably don't have to be hungover to have a good time. I feel like too, though, it's like when you have a great night, especially like in your own home with so many of like your closest friends. You're just like so happy and like so emotionally exhausted from like having such a good time and laughing so much and all the endorphins. I feel like it's like half the wine hangover, half the friendship fun hangover, which is, you know, arguably the best kind of hangover. When you have little happy memories to comfort you. But I don't feel great. Successful dinner. Everything was so yummy. Those carrots that we grilled, Chris made the sauce from, and it was like really gingery, and then had like mint on it. Oh my god, they were so good. And the peach cobbler, well, peach crisp, I think. So good. I should have made way more of it, which actually I feel like I do this every time I make a fruit dessert, a fruit crisp cobbler. I feel like everybody always eats the whole thing, and then the next day I'm really sad because I want another. I really wanted to wake up and have peach crisp for breakfast. And then corn on corn, corn nuts. Hit of the party. Honestly, corn nuts are so good. What are they? Are they just corn? Corn cooked in corn oil. Wow. Corn nuts are gonna be my new thing. But these on grilled corn on the cob, so good. Add a little like crunch to it. Corn on corn, genius. I'm tired. I really just want to like lay on hot rocks. Not like hot coals, but like rocks that have heated in the sun, you know? My wonderful husband cleaned so much last night before we went to bed. A very wonderful trait of Chris's that I'm very lucky to have is that he loves to clean the kitchen. Working in restaurants for so long, I'm really bad at washing dishes and it annoys him a lot. So conveniently for me, that translates to he does most of the dishes. He is exceptionally skilled at drunk cleaning at the end of the night. And it's like his intersection of working in kitchens for so long and then also being like such a river boy. And obviously like when you're on the river at the end of the night, you can't like leave anything out. So he is so good at like being many bush lights deep and stumbling around in the dark, tidying everything up. It's so nice though. Like I know that I never have to worry too much about like, is camp tight at the end of the night, because Chris is so good at like double checking everything. But same goes for drunk dinner party cleanups. If it were me, I would just leave it all, deal with it in the morning. Wonderfully for me, he cleaned up so much last night. And he was very sweet because he has to work today. And he was like, I knew you wouldn't want to tackle everything very hungover. So now I only have to tackle a little. I love tidying, but I hate cleaning. So if it involves a sponge and soap, I just am not about it. I hate the way it makes your hands smell. It's not good for my nails. I hate it. I'm honestly just like not very good at it. Luckily for me. Oh my god, we saw bear last night. So crazy. We were out in the park by my house, pitch black out. We were looking at the stars and this like headlamp was coming towards us and I was like, what is this person doing? And this girl comes over and she was like, hey, do you guys know that there's a bear right over there? We were like, what? She's showing her headlamp and like across the field, like, I don't know measurements, but like half of a soccer field, there was just like a gigantic black bear walking up the bike path. It was crazy. I've never seen a bear in Carbondale. One of my friends who was visiting from New York swears she saw one summer. I'm not gonna lie, I never fully believed her about it because I was like, we obviously have bears, but like, I've never seen a bear in Carbondale, and I've never seen a bear like actually around where we live. And so I was like, I don't know, I think you just saw like a giant dog and like thought it was a bear. 3 years later, I saw the bear. It was crazy. Like, obviously you know that they're like around and you know that they exist. Places like Tahoe, you know, are like known for bears breaking in, and like they definitely have that a little bit in Aspen, but not really down valley. Like, we don't even have like bear-proof trash cans. Every once in a while you'll hear like, oh, you know, people who like live like along the river and stuff, like bear sightings, but I've never seen one just like walking through. It was crazy. It was also like silent and wanted nothing to do with us, which makes me feel like, how often is he just like out there walking back and forth when I'm like letting Croc out at night? All these things. Although I will say, one time I did see a moose out in this park, and I had gotten up really, really early. It was like just after dawn, and I let Croc out. Normally I just like let her out and like she like goes to the bathroom and comes back. For some reason I like just went out with her that morning, and we went over into the park, and she was like sniffing around, and then all of a sudden, just ambling up the bike path, comes running a gigantic moose. It was crazy. I saw it and I literally was like, why is there a horse on the loose? I've never seen a moose at a reasonable distance. They really are so big. And it stops and just like stares at us, and I was like, oh my God, this is not good. I heard someone say once, if a moose is chasing you, you should like run around a tree because they can't like turn that fast or something. So I don't know, that was my plan. She like stared at us for a while. And I like called Croc over to me, thank God she came. And then he just like took off into the morning. I was like, that's crazy, where are you going? Who else is gonna see you today? That's how I felt about this bear. And the bear last night, it was so quiet because we like came running back inside to get the boys, and we're like, there's a bear out there. And they went back out to see it, and we knew exactly where it went, and it was already gone. They really like, for being so ginormous, they really just like slink into the shadows, which is very scary, even though it's a black bear, and I know he just wants food and you can yell and scare him off, but it was big. It wasn't like a scrawny, starving bear, which is good, but it was crazy. It was crazy. Oh my God, I'm so glad Croc was not out with me too, because that's what I really worry about. Someone getting in dog fights. I think my table decor really worked out well. Right? So cute. This is because they didn't believe me when I told them it was a pepper and not a tomato. Showed them. This one I think is the most. It's crazy that that's not a tomato. She's a pepper. And then these guys I foraged down from the river yesterday. I thought they were so pretty, but it turns out they're poisonous, so good thing they didn't eat these. And then nobody could see anything, so we had to put our lamp in the middle of the table. I will say I was definitely missing my taper candles for visibility last night. So even though Chris hates having them in his face when he's sitting at the table, they give off so much light and like such good light. So I don't know, might be non-negotiable as part of the tablescape. These little guys don't give off anything. Oh my gosh, tomatoes are so good. I love this variety. What are they, like what are these called? I don't know. The little golden tomatoes though. They're so good. I made a really good That one was a little kick to her. I made a really good pasta once with golden tomato burst fry up as like the only sauce. I should make that again. I feel like when it's tomato season, I just want to like cook everything all the time. Gotta enjoy it. Oh, let's hear. Also, I'm so happy about these napkins. I cut them out of, oh my God, it's like legit raining right now. Just started like proper pouring. Anyway, when we did our like backyard solstice rehearsal dinner for our wedding, I thrifted like all these great tablecloths, and I just found a bunch of them, and I was like, I'm never gonna use all of these. And this one, so cute, full of apples and cherries, I guess. Peaches and cherries, nobody knows. And I was like, you know what, these would make a great napkin. So, cut a little off. So cute. I feel like this is gonna be a real great addition to the dinner party linen closet. And by closet, I mean Tupperware. I feel like half the reason I like throwing dinner parties is because I just like love little homeware. Like, I have such a thing for like vintage glassware. And like these, oh my gosh, I love these so much. I just love thrifting. Only for little beautiful things. And I want everyone to enjoy them. Okay, I have to go jump in a river before I get any weirder. We're gonna make a little leftover sandwich. This is the tomato Caesar. The Caesar dressing was so good. I love a Bon Appetit recipe. The thing about them is like you have to read the comments. The people are so active. This was one where people were having a lot of arguments in the comments over how many anchovy fillets there really should be. And one guy's talking about adding egg yolks, so read through them all, decided to go with egg yolk man. So when we doubled the recipe and we used 5 out of 6 anchovies and 2 egg yolks. I don't know, it's amazing. I'm gonna make it all the time. I never knew Caesar dressing was just so easy to make. Looks pretty good. That guy's definitely gonna fall out. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. Freshly made. We literally always have pickled red onions. They make everything better. Now we're talking. Oh, pickled red onions, everything. Sandwich helped, but I still don't feel wonderful. I think there's only one thing that's gonna fix this hangover. Jumping in the river just like the best thing in the whole wide world. Whole wide world. No better hangover cure, truly. The weather's so weird right now. It's like literally gorgeous blue skies 1 second, and then this the next. It's all the same when you're wet with river. What?